Hey, what's up? It's Alex. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything that you need to make a podcast all in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. You didn't think I was coming back till Wednesday, Thursday. Maybe you thought I was never coming back. But I think we all have way too much time on our hands right now. And I've listened to all the podcasts that I could listen to right now. So I thought to myself, why not make one? I've been trying to start this episode for maybe 15 minutes, and there's been helicopters and other fucking aviation going on right above the building. Just had to right now. I don't know what they're searching for. They're trying to hunt down the virus and bring him in. What are trying to record a podcast. What the hell, guys? I'm kidding. I'm not that self-absorbed. So we are live, not actually, but we are here in sunny, well, is it sunny? No. We look out the window. No, it's cloudy. We are here in cloudy New York City. Once again, as I've said before, the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak. I say that like a radio announcer. Coronavirus outbreak. Welcome to Corona time. Sponsored by Bud Light. Except, no. It's not funny. It is not funny. But I do have Bud Light here. It's 2 p.m, and I'm drinking. Because, again, I don't have anything to do. I don't even know what this episode is going to be. I got some of my N95 masks yesterday. More are coming today, so I'll be stacked up a little bit on those. But the Wish stuff got delayed to April 6th. Right now it's March 31st, the Tuesday? Yeah. So I've got days. I've got another week. That shit's been delayed. But I ordered those other ones on DHgate. I don't know, it'll probably take the same amount of time at the end of the day. Anyways, I'm going to start being mindful of the fact that you most likely don't want to hear about these things because they have no benefit to you, nor do they do anything to entertain you. So I'm going to be a loser, and let's Google things to talk about on your podcast. Podcasting 101. Alright, Googling 13 creative podcast segment ideas. This would be a great time for a Buzzsprout ad, but I'm not going to do that. Q&A, so I can ask my listeners, you guys, on social media to send in questions. Nobody has sent anything into the talking points submissions on the website. We could do that. If anybody has questions, relationship advice, anything you want to ask me or have on the show, send it in. Scroll down on the www.shortnewspod.com site, and you should see talking point submissions. You just put in your info. You don't even have to, I don't think, put in all the info. It just goes into a chart for me, and then I get to look at them and pick which ones will go on the show. So we could do that if you guys want to. It says guests, invite experts, friends, family, influencers. We had one guest that one time, my friend Will. He's out of the country now. I hope he's okay. But that episode, I took it down just because I have so as this podcast has progressed, more people listen. And as more people listen, more people from my family find out that I have a podcast. So that is an issue for me because I don't exactly want my family listening to an episode like a full hour and a half of the drug podcast. It was called the drug episode. And I think we've grown. We've grown from that. I'm not saying drugs are stupid. I'm just saying we have outgrown making a whole episode devoted to them. So you'll notice a few episodes have been taken down. But we should get some guests. Topical news. This is called the short news, but we're on a news break. Mental health news break. Social media minute. These suck. Fact of the day. Okay, do you want a fact of the day? Let me think of one. I mean, there's the one that allegedly or apparently Adolf Hitler only had one testicle. That's a fun fact of the day. But I don't know. I feel like that's one that everybody knows. This is just going to become fun facts. Okay, let's get into this. Let's get into fun facts. I want to learn as much as you do, and I'm thinking about if I know any. I know about the window tinting laws in Connecticut. I was going to say Schenectady. I don't, but everybody tints their windows there. Fun fact. Before she was famous, Madonna lived off of popcorn because it was cheap, easy to make, and that was all she could get. I learned that from taking my Connecticut mastery test back when I was in like the 3rd grade or something. I still remember. What other fun facts? Snoop Dogg apparently smokes like 80 blunts a day, but he's lowered that number since. So it's like, I think it's down to like 60 now. I gotta look it up. Shit. 81. He smokes 81 blunts a day. So that's like, I can't even fathom that. That's like a year's supply for me. And blunts hurt. I have not smoked a blunt in, wow, it's been years. Any future employers listening to this, it's been years. That stuff just hurts. Oh my god, like, I used to partake in that a lot in college. I had a particular friend who just really, really could not stop with the blunts, and he would criticize me for my vaping addiction. This was before the Juul. That's how old I am. This was during like the big vapes, and I had one of those. He was like, "Yo, you gotta stop hitting that," and I was like, "You gotta stop smoking blunts." Anyways, they hurt. They hurt really bad. They're like really painful. After a while, you just like get this cough, and that makes you throw up. It's really not good. So I just took a break to fix my oral motor skills. Something went wrong there for a second. Oh, fun fact. Cats' tongues have like a special texture to them, like almost like a brush, and they can use their tongue to scrub and clean themselves thoroughly in a way that humans would with like a loofah or something. That's pretty cool, right? Guinea pigs eat their own poop because they eat the food one time, they process it, but they don't fully process it when it comes out, so they can eat it again and redigest it and process all the nutrients. It's pretty cool. I don't suggest doing that, but works for them. Also, their poops are like consistently just these little boops. I'm just gonna look up fun facts. Those were ones that I knew of off the top of my head, but weird fun facts 2020. Let's see what we got. Chuck Norris jokes. Oh my god. Okay, fun facts. There are far more airplanes under the sea than submarines up in the air. Yeah, like, okay. Cool. What is that fucking sound? Gotta figure out a studio after this is all over. People say bless you when you sneeze because this was often the first sign of plague in medieval times. So it's basically like saying, well, I hope you don't die of that shit, you know? This site is so poorly written. Alright, let's try this one. Facts Daily, citing my sources. Choosing exciting places for your first date increases the chances of the other person falling for you. Well, me and Ashley didn't have our first, date. Well, because, going out to a restaurant when you're in college is really expensive. Our first date was on my birthday. We went out to eat. That was cool. But it wasn't, extravagant or out of the ordinary. It was nice. It was really fun. It was cute. For Schenectady, we found a really good spot. If I remembered the name, I'd shout it out. Not that anybody in Schenectady or near that area that would benefit from that would know. Okay, so I don't think it probably helps. It definitely helps, but that's not a make or break. Farting helps reduce high blood pressure and is good for your health. Huh. I've always been very reserved about doing that. See, I don't even it makes me uncomfortable to talk about farting. I'll talk about dicks and vaginas and all that stuff kind of all day, but when it comes to farts, that's where you get me. I just can't. My cat farted in my face the other day. I was just like, no, get out of here. You just ruined my life. One time, no, I'm not even gonna tell this story. It's embarrassing. Cause I don't like talking about farts. Again, that word just makes me I just think about It's my mom, she's gonna kill me. My mom used to just fart all the time just to piss us off. Hey, I got something to say. I can't do it. I don't know how to make the fart noise, but not that soft. Just whenever, just to make a point. Just this is what I have to say about that. That was my mother. That's probably why I hate farting. I hate it. All my guy friends, they just it's right in each other's faces just whenever. I don't think I've farted in front of my friends once. I'm talking obnoxiously or loudly, audibly, I mean. I've been so good about that. Now I'm gonna break that streak. It's gonna be a get-together with everybody I know, right? When this is all over and social distancing is done. And it'll be some awkward silence where only me and one other person are talking oh, it's great to see you. Then everybody's just silent. Looks right at me. Did you just bust ass? No. I don't fart. That's not, I'm physically, biologically incapable of that. Didn't you know Koreans can't fart? They can't poop? Kim Jong-un says that shit about himself. I mean, that looks like a man whose shit just... Okay, so we had to cut there because I said some things about Kim Jong-un, oh glorious leader, that I did not want to get to him in the future. Just in case this podcast ever gets into the hands of the Koreans, the North Koreans, I mean. Not my Koreans, the North. The North. We must take on the North. Take them down. Shut down their infrastructure. Fight them to the death. But I'm still talking shit about North Korea right now. And this is all from farting. This conversation started because I was trying to make a point about how farting makes me uncomfortable. I don't know why. Why me? No, I think... Well, we figured that out here. Blame my mom. whatever. I've learned most of my problems in my life are my mom's fault. Oh, here's a cool one. Handshakes were originally meant to make sure that the person you were meeting wasn't carrying a concealed weapon. The hand clasp proved that your hand was empty, and shaking was meant to dislodge any weapons hiding up the sleeve. How about that? What was this, the Old West? Back when I was going down to the liquor store with my Lincoln, riding down, trying to talk about life. Wonder if the stars are looking down at me, and are they judging my dick size? I mean, like, I think I'm like okay. Like a six is like pretty good, right? Like I don't know. Insecure Matthew McConaughey in the Wild West, about to make a handshake. The boomslang snake's venom causes you to bleed from all holes of your body. Oh my god, wait, so what are the holes of the body? Okay, ears. Do the eyes count? Because, like, you can get shit in there, but they're not holes. I mean, like, your eye holes are. Yeah, so would you bleed out of there? So eyes, ears, mouth, anus, nose, nostrils, I mean, all holes? All holes? Good God. Women have twice as many pain receptors on their body than men, but a much higher pain tolerance. Cool. Women are superhuman. When getting a new car, choose one that is silver. The color is most visible on the road and is least likely to get into an accident. So I see all those gray Subarus. Those are pretty common. Here's a breastfeeding fact. Breastfeeding allows a baby to give germs to mothers so that her immune system can respond and can synthesize antibodies for her baby. That's cool. It's a symbiotic relationship between mother and child. A small amount of stress helps you to remember things better, but a large amount may hinder your memory. Explains why my memory sucks. So those are some fun facts. I don't want to bore you too much, but I really have to pee. And I don't know if I can go out there because Ashley's doing something on Zoom. I really have to pee, so I gotta figure out how to do that. This podcast is going nowhere right now. What happened to my 13 podcast ideas? Carl Sagan review of the ecosphere. I should read this. This is actually a really good, it's a beautiful review of the ecosphere. So if you don't know, an ecosphere, I'm not going to read it, I'm just going to sum it up, this is a great thing you should get during the apocalypse. It's like I don't know if it's acrylic or glass, it's like a clear sphere filled with water, algae, like a stick, and shrimp, like 4 shrimp living. And it's supposed to have all of the elements to create a perfect self-sustaining ecosystem. All you need to do is add light. So far it's been really good. I've had it since Valentine's Day. Gift from Ash. And so far, three of the 4 shrimp are still alive. One, I don't know how he died. I think he got into a fight with one of his brothers, and then he died, and then one of them, the lead shrimp, ate him. Like, I went to check on him before class. This was still before quarantine. And so the dude was dead, and the shrimp was eating him. Just had him whole, just eating him slowly. And I go back later in the day to check on him after class, and there's only like a third of the shrimp left because he's still eating him, still holding on to him. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I guess that's life. I guess that's life. But when Ricky died, I didn't eat him. Although, guinea pigs Guinea pigs are supposedly delicious. Sorry, I'm opening a beer, so if you hear that, yeah, sorry. Guinea pigs are supposedly delicious, but I will not be partaking in that anytime in my life. I don't eat what I take care of, you know what I mean? I'm one of those people that, like, dissociates from that animal to be able to eat it. So I've never actually interacted with a pig or a chicken. I think my last interaction with a cow probably scared the shit out of me. I was like 5 if I did interact with a cow. So I've never, like, I don't know, like, I'm sure if I had met one, I would feel much more guilty about eating them. But yeah, so this ecosphere, you just add light, and so, like, the algae can grow because the shrimp feed off the algae and, you know, circle of life, all that. But Carl Sagan, if you want to look it up, has had a beautifully worded review. He sounded like he was on acid when he wrote it, but no complaints there. What other podcasting ideas are there? Let's find out. Oh, sirens. Hear the sirens. Hear the... I don't want to get copyrighted. Podcasts. Sex Talk with My Mom. That's a show? No thanks. Shout out to Sex Talk with My Mom that you win the No Thanks Award. 50 podcast ideas you should try. Target specific people or places. Go super niche. I'm like the opposite. This is like the most just everything. But I feel like that's good because, like, for me, I'm all over the place. Again, this is a bonus episode, so if you're expecting like a structured... No, like, we're in a state of emergency right now. Shit's closed down. I am doing this completely just no talking points. Target specific people. What would this be for guinea pig enthusiasts? But I do actually want to make a podcast called Podcats. If that hasn't been done yet, I think it has, but if they haven't made anything in a while, I'm going to take that name. Podcats, the Podcats show with Alex Mador. And hopefully Ashley, if I can get her to join one of these, because she has a lot of cat knowledge. Both of us do. But this is my first cat. So yeah, I'll make a second podcast then about cats and how to be a good cat owner or parent, a good cat parent. I don't like the word owner. If anything, they own you. Find films, books you haven't seen, then guess what you think will happen. Alright, that's actually a really good one. Okay, new segment. Welcome to guessing what is going to happen in a movie based on context. Oh my god, the fucking heater. 1 second, I turned it off, but I have to pee. Okay, so I'm back from peeing. What are some movies that have come out or are coming out? Movies 2020. There's that helicopter again. Okay. 2020 movie, The Hunt. Rated R. 1 hour and 55 minutes. Okay. 12 strangers wake up in a clearing. They don't know where they are or how they got there. In the shadow of a dark internet conspiracy theory, ruthless elitists gather at a remote location to hunt humans for sport. But their master plan is about to be derailed when one of the hunted, Crystal, turns the tables on her pursuers. Okay, most likely, we got 12 strangers. Either Crystal and one love interest will make it, and everyone else will die. Or just Crystal will make it, and the love interest will die in some dramatic way, saving her life. And then Crystal will win. The end. Is that what happens? Let's find out. Okay, yep, so 11 captives wake up gagged in a forest. Sounds like a Brazzers video. So in the clearing, they find a cache of weapons and keys to their gags. Upon retrieving them, 5 are killed. So now we're down to 6 of them. 3 escape over a barbed wire fence. So 6 people left. Half went one way, half went the other way. Oh, there's a conspiracy theorist podcaster character named Gary. You know, we should become a conspiracy podcast. We should just completely screw over InfoWars and be so much work, like come up with crazy shit. That should be another segment. Like where we just clown on InfoWars. I'm gonna write that in. Podcast ideas. Okay, I keep fucking the audio up. I'm so sorry. Okay, so does Crystal meet a love interest? Let's see. Oh shit, Gary died. And she kills this other captive. So yeah, then Crystal wins. Everybody dies but Crystal. Did I not guess that properly? Yeah, she didn't have a love interest. There were like 2 dudes that both died. She killed one of them. Let's see what happens now. Oh yeah, so then there's this Athena woman who's behind it all. Crystal confronts her. They stab each other or impale each other or whatever. Athena dies. Crystal gets a second wind upon seeing a jackrabbit and escapes on Athena's jet. Okay, yeah, Crystal wins. Everybody dies. So now you don't have to see that movie. The Hunt. It reminds me of an old story that we had to read for, you don't want to hear about this, English class, middle school, The Most Dangerous Game. It was about this dude on this island, these 2 friends, they wash up on this just random island, and it's got all kinds of animals and different types of wildlife, and it's like really nice, and there's one human they run into, and he's like, oh hey, yeah, come chill with me, whatever, like, it's chill here on my island, I just hunt, and that's what I do, like, hunting is my sport, that's my game, I love it. But like, and I think it's like they're sitting at dinner with this dude, and he's like, yes, but I've been looking to hunt the most dangerous of game, the most, like he really wants to hunt something specific, and they're like, oh, what is it? And he's pretty much like, you get a head start, but you're gonna die. I'm gonna get you. And I think they get out. You gotta read it for yourself. I don't exactly remember what happens, but it's a great read. It's a really great read. Amazon is suggesting to me how to make cheese meatloaf, and I'm intrigued. This is just a podcast episode about my life. That's what we're gonna title this. Bonus episode. Talking about my life. That was a cool segment, though. Guessing different movies and how they end. Interview another podcaster. I wish we could do that. I don't have many. No, it's not that I don't have many friends. I don't have many friends. But I don't have any friends that podcast or have audio equipment or know how to use audio equipment. Interview taxi drivers. That's a cool one. Learn a new hobby or skill. Record yourself in different places, describing what you can see. Alright, let me try this one. So I am currently in my bedroom because Ashley is being more productive than I am in the main room. But what can I see right now? There's a picture on the wall of my cat, Susie. She's a little chubby calico. Very cute. We've got 3 salt lamps on the nightstand, a television that is not plugged in because we don't use it. A bed with blankets, a fan, this cute little light that's like looks like the Pusheen cat a little bit, and beer and the Amazon Echo. But that's what I see. That was a smart ass response to that. I'm sorry. 19 untapped podcast ideas. What could that be? Number 1, pick a topic you want to talk about. Okay, I want to talk about price gouging. There's a lot of that going on right now in New York City. So these N95 masks that I found, they're like the cheaper version of them, not the 3Ms, like the Korean, the KN95s. And they're like reusable but disposable. You know what I mean? Like you can use them again, but you want to use another one after you've already used the first one. You know what I mean? Like you want to be able to have multiple of those just to go through them, you know? That's why usually they come in a box of multiple. But so I get a 2-pack of these for like $25.99, almost $30 for a pack of 2 of these like thin cloth N95 masks. But it was the only place that had them on Grubhub, and I can't find them anywhere else, and Wish is taking forever. So I was like, fuck it, like I gotta pull the plug on this. So I bought some yesterday, and I bought more today. They get my money. But after that, I am reporting them to the fucking 311 or whatever, because I don't want anybody else getting price gouged. Me right now, I'm desperate. I just want to get these before anybody else does, because I'm a dick. But it's just, I don't know. I just wish they were easier to get. You'd think there'd be so many of these that exist out in the world, but I guess if everybody's trying to snatch them up, then you got a big issue coming on there. But damn, that's okay, so that's the topic I wanted to talk about. If you want to find N95s, I still say go to the Chinese sites. Make sure you get the authentic 3M ones. You can tell pretty easily which ones are real and which ones you can't trust. It's very, like, they're not even that hard to make, so it's like easier to make a real one that works than to make like a fake one. The only difference between like the counterfeit and the real would be that the real one has the electrostatic charge on it that like brings in particles, and the inauthentic ones might miss that. I know a lot about these masks. I'm obsessed. I'm gonna start collecting them. I have this really bad, I think like it's like a paranoia where like I need to get as many of these masks whenever I can, because I don't know how long we're gonna be in this. I'm not stocking up on many. I have 2 right now. I'm getting like 6 more, and then in a reusable one, so that I don't have to keep getting the just the disposables. Like one with a replaceable filter. They have those. They cost like $6. That's it. These things are so cheap to make. They usually sell for so cheap, but all of a sudden, because we're in a pandemic, they're like, it's like the gold rush right now to find those. Oh, my cat is joining us. Hello, Susie. Hi. Hi. We got a little special guest, and her name is Sue. What do you have to say about the N95 shortage, Susie? You have anything to say about that? No? Oh, you're quiet. But, okay, yeah, check. If you are in... I'm going to give you a little tipsy-roo here. And this doesn't just go for New Yorkers, but this goes mainly for my New Yorkers, because I'm going to help you out a little bit. Go on your Grubhub app. There is there's a deli on, I believe, 2nd Ave. It's called like, let me just tell you. But I'm also going to tell you they're price gouging. But if you really want these masks, then you're going to go to East Village Farm and Grocery. but they take like 5 hours to deliver. So, that's an issue. But, and also the $25 for 2 masks. Like, what the hell? If you see that somewhere, report it to your local whoever. Hey, like, they know how to do it. You gotta get these masks, supply and demand. They're smart, but de Blasio said you can't be fucking around with that. You can only raise it like 10% of the price, which, that's fair. That's fair. Because the increase in demand, you gotta make a little bit of a profit. It's a fucked up capitalistic world we live in, but it's reality. I love how it always comes back to N95s. That's my niche. That's what this podcast is going to be. Reviewing all the different... Once this is all over, hopefully when it's all over, and N95s are easy to find once again, I'm going to buy like one of every single company's. I mean like a box of every single company's. We're going to be stocked up like Costco on those. And it'll be fine because they'll probably make a surplus. And I'm going to just be a mask testing podcast. Yeah, so this one is this one's pretty snug. I like the way the nose piece bends and so perfectly to the shape of my nose, and they added the gel padding to make it much more of sealant than the ventilation and cooling nozzle. Cooling valve was a great addition. Oh, my cat just bit me for touching her belly. A great addition. So that's podcasting 101. Before I go on another rant or ramble, before we go, because bonus episodes are shorter, let's do some relationship advice. Oh yeah, and if anyone was wondering, my breathing problem, the shortness of breath, has been better today. That's why I'm doing this, because I can do it. I'm starting to think it's psychosomatic. I'm hoping. Oh, this one's funny. Not funny. Yeah, it's a little... Let's help him out. I, 29 female, tried to surprise my husband, 28 male, and all he said was gross. My husband and I have been having a bit of a dry spell over the last 2 weeks, which started when I wasn't in the mood for a few days in a row, and he was, and seems to have spiraled from there. Tonight, since we're stuck at home, I figured I would try and surprise him when he got off work. I put on some lingerie and waited on the sofa around when he usually finishes his last conference call. I got a bit overexcited early and was touching myself a little bit, and he came out of his office. He looked at me, seemed disgusted, and immediately goes, "Ugh, gross, do that in the bedroom or something," and walks away. I mean, I was trying to do something fun and spontaneous, and he says, "Gross?" I don't even know how to respond to that. We haven't talked since that, and I've just been stewing on that. I think I've gotten a little bit too much in my own head about it, because my best plan right now seems like to electrocute him, joking for any that can't tell. But I mean, what kind of response is gross? Who says that? I need an outside perspective. How would you respond? Okay, well, look at it this way, ma'am. If you were at work, you just got off a conference call, and just picture this. Picture it. Susie, are you picturing it? Yeah, she is. You come out of a stressful ass conference call with your boss or whatever, long day, and your boyfriend is inexplicably, for no reason that you understand, just spontaneously jacking off on the sofa, looking at you. How are you gonna feel? Probably not good. So I agree with the people in the comments. Most likely he just was like, he didn't understand that it was supposed to be for him. And you just need to make that clear with him. Hey, like, I was trying to get your attention because I know, like, we haven't really been doing much the last couple of weeks. So I was trying to be spontaneous and it didn't work. I'm sorry. You guys are married. You should be open like that. That shouldn't be an issue. People that are afraid to communicate their problems need to be less afraid, because you would get so much more done if you just like put that foot on the tightrope and just took that step and fucking did it. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But I see both sides. Okay. We gotta help this kid out. My sister's 18 female boyfriend, 18 male, has been making fun of me, 14 male, and I don't know if I should tell my sister. Absolutely you should. That's family. Come on. So I, 14 male, have a feminine fashion style, to put it lightly. Hey, same, dude. There is nothing wrong with being in touch with your feminine side. I don't even like calling it that, giving it a gender. Just call it your sensitive side. Dude, that's dope. Let's see what it says. I'm the type of kid to wear oversized sweatshirts and skinny jeans, and I also have a like stereotypical floofy hair as well. Anybody that knows me is like, you need to take this kid under your wing. Well, apparently I've been getting word from a lot of people that my sister's boyfriend makes fun of me and my brothers, 14 male, we're triplets. He makes fun of the fact that I'm a dancer and I used to be a ballerina when I was younger. He calls my brother Jason a social reject and calls my brother Jacob a psychopath, and says the reason he never slept at our house is because he thinks Jacob will kill him. He compares Jacob to school shooters and calls me a wannabe TikTok e-boy. Oh, that's what my brother calls me. I have loads of screenshots of these conversations. I don't know if I should keep this to myself or tell my sister. Edit, I should also add, my sister is really protective of us as well. So yeah, she calls us her children. I'm just scared it will upset her. Alright, this is what I typed. Of course it will upset her, but it will upset her more to find out later that you guys have been letting this stuff go on for the sake of not hurting her feelings. She deserves to know her boyfriend isn't respecting her family. And that's as simple as that. Like, I've had friends that, sorry, I just got an email from a professor. I've had friends in the past that have just been absolute shitheads to my little brother, and they weren't allowed over. I didn't let them come over. One kid fucking sprayed him with a fire extinguisher, which I don't think that... Sorry, had to cut there again because I said the fire extinguisher sprayer guy's name, and I did not want to get my ass kicked by a bunch of Navy SEALs. So, yeah, probably the right move to make. But that's gonna do it for this bonus episode of a show about nothing. This is supposed to be the short news, but we're taking a mental health break from the news, like I said, so stay tuned, because we'll be back probably tomorrow, maybe the next day. Who knows? We have so much time. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
It's really that time of year, and your team might finally do it. Or if you're a Rams fan, you might just want to book the trip now. This year, Super Bowl 56 is in Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium, February 13th. You can scour resellers to buy an overpriced ticket closer to the day, or you can lock in the Super Bowl experience of a lifetime now with our friends at On Location. True 50-yard line seats, only available with On Location. An invite to celebrate on the field with the champs. On Location. Yes, you want to craft a perfect confetti angel like I did? Go to the game with On Location. And it's not just about gameplay. From dinner with NFL legend Marcus Allen to pre-game parties featuring acoustic sets for Wyclef, the official hospitality partner of the NFL is offering the most exclusive ticket packages available. Want to know how? Visit onlocationexp.com/SP56 or search Super Bowl On Location. That's right. Search Super Bowl On Location. Make the trip of a lifetime. It's your shot. Take it.